I don't normally put on very interesting settings like this, but the picture almost looks better if I do something like this as opposed to what I have been doing. I don't want to leave out the Catholic man that I called a Christian in the last video. I don't want to leave out how grateful I am for the Catholic man that gave me the money that I needed to get out of town. Um, that was not something I asked for. I didn't run to Facebook this morning and say, folks, I need some help. For Christmas, Susan sent me 50 bucks. Someone else sent me something. Debbie sent me $100. At the same time, I sent someone $25. At the same time, I bought my mother a Christmas present. And things haven't been good between us. And I got her something nice for what I could afford. I also sent out Christmas cards. The spirit of giving was alive tonight. Okay, I want you to know the spirit of giving was alive tonight. And when we give, we get back. And this is how I live my life. And this is why I live without fear of certain things, because I give and I give and I give and I give and I give. And I don't see something wrong with that, because when I really need help, weird things happen and I get help. So this guy's worried that I'm coming up to beg. I'm asking him, sir, can you tell me maybe where I can go talk to someone, get on the internet, not get counseling, not get drugs, medication. I'm not even asking for shelter. I've already made my plan that I'm sleeping outside. I'm not going for shelter, folks. I'm going and I'm looking. I need to get on the computer in case anybody can give me a ride. It's okay, it didn't come through. I'm actually not angry at any of you. I want you to understand this. If you're not called to service, or if you're not around me and you don't have the time or resources, you don't. And someone else will be put in place. And that's the power of this. It was all done through strangers. Do you understand? There's people that were praying for me. And to see how many likes, not like it means anything, but for my picture of me and my Muslim friend that I met, to see how many of you appreciate and are understanding this spirit that I'm feeling, as I basically felt joy at that moment. I try to stay grounded, and I try to be hopeful and not ashamed. But let's get back to the Catholic man. Pulls out $80, and I've already spent at least 40. Spent 40 to get here. So that was something I didn't ask for. He was worried that I was there to beg. I wasn't there to beg. I told him the situation in less than a minute. He scanned my energy. He just looked me up and down in a way, and he's like, all right, here you go. And his dad was pissed. His dad didn't see him giving me the money. His dad went in like, you're not going to be wasting your time with these druggies or something. But I understand there's a lot of people that hang around parking lots, especially in the big cities, and they beg. And when I tell people I'm from Portland, let me tell you, a lot of connotations come up. We won't get into that. A lot of connotations and stereotypes come up. How many of them are true and how many are not true? I would say there's a lot of unfair treatment of Portlanders, and I would say there are some stereotypes that do fit the bill, but I'm not one to think that stereotypes are a proper way of going through life, judging people from certain places. But when I do tell people I'm from Portland, I'll tell you what, there is a certain type of, So it seems like I get it, however, but it doesn't matter. The Spirit was still there to intervene. And the money was there, and I'm telling myself, look, I know a few friends of mine told me you need to get a hotel, you need to get out of there now, as in last night. I'm saying, no, I can get through this another night. I can get through this another night. What the money is to go for is gasoline. Gasoline to that person who's going to drive me through the La Veta mountain pass, 3 hours from Trinidad. We're talking mountains. That means more gas to get up that mountain. So I want to thank that Catholic man that was there for me. If he ever sees this video, I recognize him. God worked through him. And there is a God watching over so many of us that wants us to see through the BS. God save me from your followers, though, at the very same time. Those that attempt to speak in your name, but do so with a sword at their side, or an AK-47, or another weapon, an AR-15. Those that kill in the name of God. Those that have manipulated things and created this wicked, archonic system that I will not cease to speak of, that is in control of this government. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. Sometimes it feels like I've just begun, and I'm curious. I'm curious to see what I'm going to create next. So I want to thank that person that I met in the parking lot Safeway. After the Safeway manager. After, or right before, I met the Muslim man. And I respect his opinion. He shared his opinion with me about a few things, and I listened. And I try to listen to his point of view from his worldview without arguing. After all, he was the one there that was to help me. And so was the other that told me, don't forget where this came from, as the Catholic man was referencing Jesus. Nor shall I forget how many good vets are out there, despite my disdain for what this government has done. How many good veterans are out there that have served this country, that have the Spirit inside of them. So this is like a tale of four angels. The Safeway manager, to the Catholic man, to the Muslim, to the traveling, homeless, former vet, the Spanish gypsy. There were some very interesting moments there, and everything was perfect. It wasn't. There was no waiting. Everything was go here, then go here, then go here. The moment I left the home, my feet never stopped moving from the ground. Never. There was a few moments of talking under the sun with the spiritual light around us as we stood outside the library and talked about the nature of reality, the unseen forces, and what's really going on. This guy's talking about Karen Hughes, the Muslim, and some bomb that the government allegedly blew up in South Carolina. I'm not following everything, and I don't believe everything that's on the internet, but he was on the level. The other man was on the level. Me and the Catholic man, we didn't get to talking too deeply, but he has my website. And I thank him. I thank him so much for his help, which I did not ask for in that manner. And that was just more confirmation. I need to keep doing what I'm doing. Not everybody has this type of, you can't even call it luck in their life. Not everybody has people come to their aid in the way people have come to my aid. But that's why I do what I do, because I do see the rewards. I don't expect them, but they come when they come, because I try to live humbly. I'm not a perfect person. I never claimed to be. In fact, this video series, since I started it in 2004, has surely shown a lot of my faults. I've surely shared and poured a lot from my soul as an actual human being, not someone trying to be a celebrity, but Alex Ansary, as he actually is. But honestly, the soul inside this body, that's beyond the Ansary lineage and the Nagel lineage on the other side of my family. That stems from Austria and Germany and bloodlines such as those. So with that, we're going to end it here. I want to thank everybody for their prayers, and here's to the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of giving